Hi guys, welcome back to Sacred Soul Ascension Tarot. This is going to be your weekly Sacred Soulmate, Twin Flame energy check-in. And I got some new decks. So I decided to do a pick-a-pile reading so that we could use them. So we've got this new Soul Connections, When Two Hearts Meet, Love Oracle cards by Asha Rogers Webb and Karen Webb. We also have the Love Messages Oracle cards. By Sishui, Sishui. And what else did I use? A bunch of cards, guys. I can't remember. But I just recently received a bunch of new card decks in the mail from fans on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are because you received a free reading from me as a thank you. And if you guys watching like my style of reading and would like to get your own free reading, then check out my Amazon wish list linked in the description box below. Just make sure when you send me a deck of cards that you include your name and your contact email and one question or one topic that you would like me to read on. Okay, and you will get a free reading as a gratitude for your donation and support of the channel. Also, if you'd like to book my 2024 in-depth month-by-month tarot reading, it's $175, and I can look at everything. I'll look at health, wealth, relationships, and your twin flame sacred soulmate. So we'll also get you advice from Spirit. It's really in-depth. I use 12 different tarot decks, and I use about 100 different oracles. So each month is kind of different. So we get a very clear, in-depth reading for you. So it's to predict what's coming in 2024 if you're interested in that. Also, if you'd like to book a personal private reading, everything to do that is also in the description box below. And I have a Patreon where I do exclusive content for Ascension Healing for Twin Flames. It's $11.11 a month. And there's already tons and tons of content uploaded. So if you join today, you'd be able to binge watch as much as you possibly could. Sorry, my kitty has been very rambunctious this morning. I'm all tongue-tied because I just woke up. And I've been praying and meditating, and that kind of puts me in a deep state of, I don't know, lethargy. So I am ready to do this reading. I have been meditating on this reading for about a half an hour now. So let's see. Pile number 1 is the Love Spell Candle. Pile number 2 is the Love Birds. Pile number 3 is the Love Spell Jar. By the way, I don't do spells. These were gifts from people. I do intention. I do candle work and intentions, but I don't believe in casting spells against other people. So just an FYI for those of you that get a little creeped out by it. At the end of your reading, each pile will get the opportunity to ask a yes or no question. And we're going to get started as soon as I clean up my mess here. All right. So let's put pile number 3 and pile number 2 over here off to the side. Burn a little sage. Everything's so far away from me because I got this new tripod and it has to sit right between my legs in order to do the overhead view. All right, and here we go. We're going to get into pile number 1, which is the Love Spell candle. All right, I know it's a mess. Sorry, guys. It's too early in the morning for me to be neat. All right, dear Mother, Father, God, please come into this space and bless it. Make it holy ground. Surround us in the white light of love and protection. Cast my ego to the outside so that I may be a clear channel for spirit messages. And cast my viewers' egos to the outside so they may be a clear receiver of spirit messages for the highest and best and good of all. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I am using my deck that I created, Sacred Soulmates Oracle deck. This will tell us what phase of the journey your twin or your sacred soulmate or your catalyst, the person that has been the reason for your spiritual awakening through a relationship. Who we have? I've grown. Well, that's nice. That's really nice compared to some of the readings I've been doing lately. So your twin is growing. Your sacred soulmate, whatever title, I don't like titles, but whatever title resonates with you, they have grown. So they're in a period of spiritual development. Your tarot is, we have the Moon, Happy Narwhal. So this is the, sorry guys, I gotta see here. This is the elf or the Christmas elf tarot. And Happy Narwhal is the last card in the deck, and it's a bonus card. And this is like Christmas morning. It's the happy, happy be all. And your last card is the Eight of Swords. I see. All right. So I don't want you to get too excited about the Happy Narwhal because it's not what's happening. It's what your person is desiring. Because we have the Moon, which is about fears, the unseen, the unknown. It's about feeling a bit blindsided. You know, because I'm looking at this card here. This is the Eight of Swords. And in this card, the person's wearing a blindfold. And they're overthinking and they're feeling stuck. The truth is, it's all a mind game. This is my mind F card, you know. It's like where we self-sabotage by overthinking and worrying and stressing. And this person here is growing. And where they want to grow toward with you is this happy, happy ending. Literally magical, like Christmas, right? But what I see, or what I'm feeling, is that they're like the caterpillar in the chrysalis. They are growing. They are spiritually leveling up. They're being shown signs, synchronicities, but they're not making sense of it yet. All they know is what they want, but they don't know how to get it. And there's a lot of fear and holding back. Feeling like they can't move forward because they don't know what to do to move forward to the next phase is what it feels like. Let's see what your other cards say. We have reaching out. Expect a call or text from your person of interest. possibly even around the holidays. If you're watching this when I create it, because it's a timeless reading, so anytime you're drawn to it is the right time. But because of the holidays, your person could... I'm sorry, guys. I channel and I hear voices in my head, and I'm actually hearing possibly, instead of them reaching out to you, this is them feeling stuck, wanting to reach out, but they might be waiting for you to reach out, just for some of you. It's like they're blindfolded, they're sitting under the moon, they're feeling a bit lost, they've grown, they know what they want, but maybe they're expecting a call or a text from you. Now, if that resonates, take that, because I don't know who that's for. Obviously, the normal way I would channel that is that they're going to reach out to you. So either way, either they're going to reach out to you or they're waiting for you to reach out to them. Because of the Eight of Swords, I feel like it's probably them waiting for you to reach out, hoping that you'll reach out. We have success. See, I'm really liking your reading, because your person... See, there's the sun and the rainbow. Your person really is hopeful. But they're also fighting fears of the unknown. And they're feeling stuck. They're feeling like, I don't know what to do. I just know what I want. Your person knows what they want, is what I'm getting from this. They know what they want, but there are fears holding them back. Yeah, look, fears. What did I say? I can't do this. Fear and anxiety are interfering. And that's exactly what the moon and the Eight of Swords represents, is fear and anxiety. Another thing I'm getting from this is if you've grown exponentially, and if you're succeeding, if your life is happy, it's making this person feel maybe fearful that they're losing you, which could be a catalyst for them to reach out. But I think your person's like a deer in the headlight, a bit frozen in fear and anxiety. Fear is preventing them from making a move. We have Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting. And hesitation. So, honestly, either way this goes, whether this is them waiting for you to reach out or them reaching out, Spirit's telling us somebody in your relationship is going to reach out. This is, you know, Cupid's arrows. Maybe these arrows is exactly what your person needs to kick them in the ass, to get them out of their head and get them moving again. We have past lives. We reunite with our loved ones over and over again through many different lives. And if you're resonating with this being a twin flame or a sacred soulmate, this is, you know, exactly why. Because, you know, twin flames are one soul having two different experiences. And they do reincarnate over and over and over again together in order to kind of expedite or it's the ascension process on steroids. You know, it's like they use the catalyst of being in two different bodies and yearning and desiring union to level up spiritually, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, until they actually get it right. And so when you met your person, if you felt like you knew them, you felt like they felt like home, you felt like this is meant to be, and then you have all the signs and the synchronicities and the dreams and the, you know, crazy paranormal experiences that guide you toward this person, not just toward them, but they become your mirror and show you all of your brokenness and fears. That's what you're doing. You're mirroring to your person their fears. But with Cupid's arrow and reaching out, this is, you know, it says invitation or meeting, surprise invitation. Have faith, love is coming. Oh, and we have true love. Wow, I really love you guys' reading. Holy crap. I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. It says, this is the romance of a lifetime. True and lasting love is here for you. You guys, I would take this as, you know, you've been on this journey a while with your person, because I can see growth. I still see fear and anxiety. But that fear and anxiety, I think, is going to be the catalyst for this person or you to actually reach out. Because this is true love. You guys are connected through past lives. And we have success. It's like growing as we read it. It really is. It's like starting off with all this fear and anxiety. And then we've got growth. We've got narwhal, which is the be-all, end-all. We've got success. We've got reaching out, true love, past life, Cupid's arrows. I really, really see the growth coming. So if it isn't here yet, don't lose faith, okay? Now I'm going to get you your advice. Then I'm going to get you a couple of messages from your person and a love song. So we have power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. I kind of feel like well, that one kind of hit me wrong. Because I don't see anything about walking away here. The only way that I could spin this where you would walk away is if you grew and you met somebody new. Because Cupid's arrow struck you. If this person stayed stuck and you met someone new, then this might resonate with you. But I think, and I know, well, I should just say I know. It doesn't really go with the other cards, but what I do know about my own journey is that being on the journey itself helped me. My twin was my mirror, showed me my fear of abandonment, my codependency, my chasing. Oh my God, I was the worst chaser ever. Like I just, it was almost like I was begging for love. And being on the journey with him has taught me how to reclaim my power. And how to pull back my energy, because I have grown. And I know when to pull back my energy, and I know when to reach out. And that's part of the journey, is you will be divinely guided. You'll know when to sit in your power and pull back your energy, and you'll know when to reach out. So if this person reaches out, and they're not grown and you have, maybe you're the one that's grown. Maybe they reach out. Maybe you're successful. Maybe you've already got true love, somebody new come in. Because, you know, it happens. I don't know if it lasts forever or if it's just a phase. But I'm not with my twin flame. I'm in a high-level soulmate connection. And I'm very happy where I'm at. So you're going to have to lean into this with your own intuition. It says you instinctively know what is right for you. And you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. I think that's what's changed things. Perhaps you did walk away. Perhaps you have grown and sat in your power. Maybe you walked away from this person and now they're the chaser. And now they're reaching out. Now maybe you're their catalyst to grow and overcome their fears and anxiety. I mean, literally, that's what happened with me. I mean, if you're new to my channel, I've been on the twin flame journey for 40 years. I met my twin when I was 12. And I know that we are deeply, madly in love with each other because time and space has never kept us apart. And we've had several instances of union energies. We've lived together, we've dated, we've talked about marriage. But until you can clear the karma of these past lives, until you can grow and level up and really sit in your power without being a runner or a chaser, you'll never really have full union. That's why you reincarnate over and over again. In order to be in full union, you need to be in union with self and source. That is the first union. And so all of this has happened. It's almost like you guys have been on this journey a while, is what it feels like. You know this is your true love. You're hoping for success. You've grown so much. But it feels like there's still a runner here. And perhaps you're not running. Perhaps you're sitting in your power. And instinctively, although this love is so strong, you're sitting in the power knowing that you're no longer codependent. You're no longer needy or needing to be in union. What you want is the highest and best outcome, is what it feels like. So good for you. I mean, I hope this resonates because all of this is such a good reading. And this tells me that Spirit's basically saying, the power is yours now. You've done the growth. You've done the work. You've had the success. You've cleared the past life trauma. You know that this person is your true love. And you also know that this person's sitting in anxiety and fear. And Spirit's saying, kind of the ball's in your court now. Right? You have the power to accept whatever communication comes in or to walk away from it towards something else. The power is yours. And free will is huge in the Twin Flame Sacred Soulmate journey. I exercised my free will to be in a high-level soulmate connection. And it's because it's empowering me. I mean, my soulmate shows up and does all the things that I wanted my twin to do. And makes me feel worthy and chosen and loved and supported. And so you get to choose. Because we don't always get it in each lifetime. You only get union in one lifetime. Because it's the Ascension process, right? True union, spiritual agape love. You can have physical union over and over again. I have. So you're in the driver's seat now. You get to choose how this goes because I think you're the one that's done the growth. So be aware of your person. Be open, be honest, because this kind of love never goes away. Being angry or resentful is not union, and you will not be in your power. They will still be pulling your strings. Let's get you advice. We have appreciation. I'm going to hold it up so you can read it. It says, I appreciate the unique ways other people show their love, rather than compare their ways with my ways. Then I appreciate myself for maturely putting up with people who just can't seem to show love the normal, obvious, universally accepted way. Good job for both of us. I think Spirit's giving you a bit of advice, to be honest. I think Spirit's saying, in order to grow, you need to appreciate that perhaps your person can't show you love the way that you show love, because it's about love language, you know. My soulmate, his love language is acts of kindness. If you cook him a meal, or if you rub his feet, or you pick up the house, or you know, little acts of kindness make him feel loved and appreciated. My love language is communication and touch. You know, I want to hear you say you love me, and I want you to show me through your actions and touch that you love me. And so in the beginning, it was a bit rough for us because I wasn't sure. I was like, is he looking for a maid? Right? Is he looking for a mother? Is he looking for somebody to just like tend to him? And it took me a while to realize that that's actually a love language for him. That's what makes him feel appreciated and loved. And it was challenging for me because that's not my love language. So showing appreciation for whatever grows in this relationship, however your person shows growth, especially if they're scared to move forward or scared to reach out and they finally do, that's growth. That's a form of success. And I feel something really good is about to crack open here. But I have to be honest, I still feel like there is miscommunication and a bit of a fear of giving up one's power. So be aware of this. Whether it's you or them, be aware of it. Because power it's nice to feel empowered, but it's not good if your ego is running the show. It looks to me like your person is growing and they're doing the best that they can. And Spirit's saying, you know, you can walk away if you want to. You have the free will. But this person, I think, is going to demonstrate to you their love by reaching out and communicating. Whether or not they proclaim their true love, or if it's a small gesture, I think Spirit's saying, please be appreciative of how much bravery and courage it truly is taking your person to do this because of these fears and anxieties that they hold. So I'm going to get you a couple messages from your person. I made this deck. There's a lot of messages here, and this is a collective reading. So please take what resonates and leave behind anything that doesn't. We're just going to get a couple. And they won't all resonate with you because, like I said, I'm reading for lots of people. All right? So, bottom of the deck is upside down. We have, I lied to you. It was easier than telling the truth. Trigger warning, trauma response. I think that, I really do think that's what happens. Whenever the two of you come together, it feels like there's growth, but there's also the triggering still. Power and the need to appreciate and to express. We have, you can't fix me, that's my job. I am afraid you found someone else, and I do feel that for someone. I did. And I'm positive it's where I'm supposed to be right now. Will it last forever? Or is it just part of my journey toward union? I don't know. But I know that it's what I choose for me now. It's what's best for me. And my person has a lot of awakening still yet to do. But I have faith that he's doing it. So we have Picasso, look what you've created. So whatever is going on here, Spirit's trying to remind you that you are the creators. And we have Nike alert, runner, intense fear. All right, we're going to get you 2 love songs. Now, I'm an old lady, closer to 60 than 50 these days. So a lot of these songs are older genres. And with the love songs, I want to remind you that when I created this deck, I created it with the intention that these could be songs that remind you of your person, or the lyrics could be a message to you from your person, expressing how they're feeling or what they're going through, or it could be advice from your higher self or the way you feel toward them. It's a very open-ended, intuitive thing when you use love songs. So however it hits you is the way it's intended to hit you. And if it doesn't hit you at all, then don't worry about it. Leave it for someone else. All right, pile 1, please. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see what we got. We have Tony Braxton, Unbreak My Heart. It says, unbreak my heart, say you love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart. We have Is This Love by Whitesnake. I find I spend my time waiting on your call. How can I tell you, babe, my back's against the wall. I need you by my side to tell me it's all right, 'cause I don't think I can take any more. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this the love that I've been searching for? Is this love or am I dreaming? This must be love, 'cause it's really got a hold on me. And, you know, that kind of goes along with this intense fear. And we have Patience by Guns N' Roses. Said woman, take it slow, and things will be just fine. All we need is just a little patience. Said sugar, make it slow, and we'll come together fine. All we need is just a little patience. All right, guys, that's your reading for pile number 1. Don't go anywhere yet. We're going to do your yes or no question. So I'd like you to take a moment to form a yes or no question in your mind. And I want to remind you not to give your power away to anybody else, okay? If it feels right, it is right. If it doesn't feel right, then trust that. Okay, this is meant to confirm your inner knowing, not to bring you an epiphany. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right, the answer is no, and I'm hearing for someone, no for now. All right, I got to get up and look at what time it is. It is 33:33. I'm going to put it at 33:40. Oops, because I got to pick up my mess. Thank you so much, guys. If you'd like to book your own personal reading, your reading looks very promising, but there is, I have to be honest and say, with the back and forth energy, there's still a little bit of fear and triggering going on. And Spirit wants you to know that you have the power to choose for yourself whether or not you're ready for anything this person might bring, or if you're ready to reach out or walk away. All right. Moving on to pile number 2, the lovebirds. If you pick these cute little owls, your message is soul contract. Yeah. You know what I like is, you know, I created this deck and I know what's in there. We have friendship. We have all kinds of different phases of this journey. And when I get the soul contract, this means that your person is aware They may not be spiritual yet, or maybe they are, you know, but a lot of times I notice, like mine definitely has his own spin on spirituality, right? He's got a very strong faith, but it's not the same as mine. But one thing, after 40 years, 40 plus years of him and I being in and out of each other's lives, I have the language of twin flames. He does not. He doesn't know what twin flames are, and if he did, he probably wouldn't believe in it. But one thing he has said to me over and over again is, I don't understand why after 40 years I can't forget you and we can't just end this thing for good and find closure. And so he has a recognition that there's something metaphysical or paranormal about our connection. And so pile number 2, it feels like your person is understanding somehow, some way, that there is a soul contract, that there's a connection between the two of you that surpasses a normal relationship and connection. So let's see your tarot. We have the burden. 6 of Swords in this deck. We have awareness. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think they're aware that you know, it's almost like, because it's unique to this deck. This is the Osho Zen Tarot. And the burden in this deck is the 6 of Swords. And it's a man carrying another man who has a rooster for a hat. And he looks like a dandy, right? It's almost like a rich guy paying a poor guy to take on all of his responsibilities and carry him through life. And then we have this awareness where the face is breaking through the veil, starting to gain clarity. What it feels like so far, without even the 3rd card, is that your person is a bit exhausted by this journey. They feel burdened. They know that they can't, they're realizing, they're becoming aware that this is much deeper than just a connection, because they're feeling almost devil energy, like they're tied to you, like they're kind of thinking, oh my God, the feelings I have for this person is a pain in the ass. But they're on a healing journey. It's kind of like they have to bear this cross, right? Of their ego. It's actually their ego. It's not you. It's their own ego that they're carrying around. And that ego is the burden. And they're becoming aware of this feeling that they just can't get away from. So your person's burden, or your person's ego, is running the show. And it's exhausting. Trying to keep up a front, trying to maintain their face and all their masks, and trying to run, or whatever they're going through. Their ego is the one that's in charge. And it's getting heavier and heavier and harder and harder and harder. And the 6 of Swords is about getting out of troubled times into easier times. But in this deck, the Osho Zen, what the creator is implying is that in order for this person to be free of this burden, they need to have an ego death. Because the ego is what's keeping them in this turmoil. And maybe they're finally kind of realizing that there's no way around this connection. It's a spiritual thing, and the only way around is through. And the 7 of Swords. Oh, your person. There's the mask, right? 7 of Swords in a Twin Flame Sacred Soulmate reading for me. He's the runner. You know, when you think about the standard Rider-Waite, it's a man who didn't want to fight the battle. he was a coward. So while all the true warriors who won the battle, by the way, are celebrating in the tents, drinking and celebrating their victory, he sneaks into the camp and steals their weapons because he thinks that's going to keep him safe. But in the regular Rider-Waite, there are 2 swords too many. He can't carry them all. And he's looking back over his shoulder, fearful that those are the 2 swords that will actually get him in the end. And so this is fear. In this deck, it's called politics. But I think your person is just really stuck in their ego. I think they have a lot of fear around being hurt. I think that they're trying to dodge bullets. But this is a soul contract that is meant to awaken them and make them aware of their shadow. Your person could be really struggling right now. We have memento, a gift from someone special. I think I like to read 5D instead of 3D. Yeah, in 3D, you know, it's almost the holidays, Christmas time. You might get a little something. You might get a card or a text or a memento or something. Or your person might be going through nostalgia. They might be going through old photos or special gifts from when you were together. But what I feel from this is this soul contract is the special gift. Meeting one another is the special gift. It's literally uprooting and changing your person's life. And they're going through a painful awakening about who they are and why they're motivated to be the kind of person they are. And I think that's the gift. It's a spiritual gift of removing the masks and taming the ego. Consciousness, right there under awareness, that's profound. This is like spirits, like this is the wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Your person, all of this, I wouldn't say they're real far into the journey, to be honest. I think they're at the point where this connection to you is really squeezing them to become aware. You are their mirror, right? You're mirroring back to them their behavior in such a way that they're now becoming consciously aware of it. In the twin flame journey, I don't have a water bottle here to show my example that I usually do. But let's think, if you took a water bottle and turned it into, say, a fish aquarium, right? It's not really big enough, but we're pretending here. And you put the rocks in the bottom, maybe you put a little tiny plant, and then you stuff a small fish in there. Your twin and you are each other's mirrors. And when you come together in an altercation, usually it becomes triggering. It could be beautiful in the beginning. It could get you all excited. We've usually got a runner and a chaser. You know, it's all about the ego. It's about feeling good, stroking the ego. But then they will trigger you and you will trigger them in your deepest trauma, because that's what it's about. And so you take that little aquarium in your water bottle, and your twin or your soulmate will shake it up and set it down, and where you thought your life was clear and clean and free of junk, all the shit from the bottom rises to the top, and now you're aware of it. You become consciously aware of it. And then you've got one of two choices. You can bury your head and hide from it, or you can face it and clear it. And it feels to me like your person is going through a major awakening. We have, it's not you, it's me. There is some inner work that needs to be done. And I think it really is sounding like your person's becoming aware of the fact that whatever they were projecting onto you, they're now realizing is probably more about them and their own trauma. And they're realizing that they are not living their highest and best life, and they're really not showing up in integrity. They're showing up in ego. And I like the fact that you're showing them, being in their life is showing them who they are, what they do, what their trauma response is, and possibly even showing them how to clear it. Next we have paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. This is the catalyst, isn't it? I mean, it's the cherry on top of the whole spiritual awakening. It's like, why would I even want to change who I am? Why would I want to face my deepest fears? Why would I want to tame my ego or go through the dark night of the soul? Well, of course it's because it's the carrot, the dangle, right? It's like, I want to be happy. I want to be joyful and playful. I want to be in union. I want to be with my person. We have trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. And with the Seven of Swords, I would say that your person probably hasn't been all that trustworthy. And not because they're an ass, maybe they are, but my guess is it's more about their own fears. Trust could be your trauma bond. They might be duplicitous or manipulative or deceitful. But I think it's a learned trauma response from their childhood or past life or just experiences that they've been through. And I think they've become self-oriented, where they're out for themselves. I'm going to do what it takes to have my back covered, right? And so it's probably your trauma bond. You probably both struggle with trust issues, and it's part of what's being shown to this person. Next, we have pay attention to signs. The synchronicities you've been noticing are not coincidences. That's that consciousness. I really think that your person's starting to get the wake up. They're like, this is not normal. I've never been through this situation with anybody else before. I'm seeing their name. I'm having dreams. There's numbers coming to me. Birds that are flying overhead. Butterflies showing up in weird places at weird times. Your person's kind of really spiritually becoming activated to awareness, to awaken to the truth of this entire journey. So let's get to your advice. I'm going to show the camera. It says, acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And I think this is the trauma. I think your person has been hurt. I think they've been lied to. I think they've been cheated on. Maybe there's been, in their childhood, there was a lot of trauma where they had to make up lies or protect themselves. Maybe trust was broken. Maybe they didn't feel safe and secure as a child. They felt protective. Maybe there's a lot of healing that this person needs to do around that. And that's the forgiveness, right? Forgiveness is acceptance. It's God grant me the serenity to accept what I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can, which, by the way, is courage to change ourselves, because we can't change another person. And then wisdom is to know the difference. And so this person, I think, is realizing, becoming consciously aware that they can't control anybody else but themselves. And they're looking in the mirror and they're not really liking what they're seeing about themselves. And by the way, this takes time. So don't expect after this reading for your person to just show up and be completely healed and ready for union. This is the dark night of the soul. This is where the soul becomes aware of itself, where it becomes aware of the God within, where it starts realizing, I am the creator. I am the only one that can forgive and accept and change and grow and work toward this happy ending. And really own, it's not you, it's me. Own their own trauma and accept it and try to love it back into health. But they're nostalgic, they're thinking about you, they might be looking at memories of you. They're recognizing the soul contract, and they're really kind of starting to see, I don't know how far into it they are, whether it's right at the beginning or if they're moving right along, because with the Six of Swords, that's moving out of the trauma. But it feels to me like your person finally has gotten the memo. They kind of get it. Memento. They've gotten the memo, right? Spirit's showing them that not everybody is untrustworthy. And if you want to have somebody you can trust, you first have to be somebody who can be trusted. And I think that's what you're showing your person. Let's get to your advice. Oh, the self-worth. Always the self-worth. But look at the butterfly. So change is happening. We have, I'm a total catch and I know all the reasons why. I know that anyone would be lucky to be with me, and that doesn't mean I'm arrogant or snobby. Self-respect is just one of many qualities exhibited by this complete and utter babe. So your advice is know your value. Do not succumb to your person's dark night of the soul. You don't want to get caught in that void. Right now, you can't be what fills their void. They have to go within and work that out with their higher self. And in the meantime, you need to just realize and trust the process, right? And also accept what you cannot change. You are a catch. You are perfect just the way you are. Not that you don't have flaws like they do that may be mirrored back to you that you need to look at, or maybe you already have, because we got the butterfly here. But when you realize just how perfect you are for the right person, the right person's going to love every inch of you without any condemnation, you know, and your person could be working toward that, but I don't think they're there yet. So know your value, know your worth, and let them go through this process. Try not to fix them, okay? Let's get you some messages from your person. We're going to get you some messages. Now, I made this deck. There's lots of messages here. I'm going to get, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, whatever falls out. And I want you to use your discernment, because it is a collective reading. If it doesn't resonate with you or doesn't sound like something your person would say to you, then it probably isn't. Oh, too many. Too many. Let's do that again. Let's clear that up just a little bit, Spirit. Let me get a couple more messages, please, for my viewers. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck is pack a bag, let's get away. Don't get excited, because sometimes that's my runner energy too. This person could be running. Now, if they reach out and invite you to go somewhere, then you know that's what it's all about. But sometimes it hits me in such a way that it's like they're going through the dark night of the soul. And so if you don't hear from them right now, try not to be distrustful. Just try to trust the process. Sit in knowing your value. And maybe this person needs to get away for just long enough, right, to do the inner work. We have, I need to focus on me right now. And that's the truth. That's for the truth for both of you. This person needs to be alone and focus on themselves, because this is their awakening. We don't want them to miss this. We want them to see this. We want this conscious awareness to be found. And in order to do that, they really need to take their focus off of you and place it on themselves. Spirit's going to point them in the right direction. They're going to get the right videos. They're going to get the right music. They're going to get the right butterflies and ladybugs and bluebirds and hawks and eagles and whatever. I mean, I've had many signs on my journey. Bald eagles and hawks are really big in my twin flame journey. And believe it or not, quarters. All right, we have, please wait for me, I will return. See, your person's going through this and they're pulling their energy back. They're pulling away, taking a trip. Because they need to focus on themselves, but their higher self is saying, please wait for me, I will return. And look at, pay attention to signs. We've got Spirit speaks to me too, being guided. Whew, I like that one, it gives me chills. We have, I dream of you. That's, we already talked about that. That's what's going on, is your person's finally realizing there's a soul contract here. It's like, I don't know why, but I can't get you out of my mind. I can't get away from you. I can't run away from you. You're everywhere. Spirit's everywhere. The science, the synchronicity, everything's just beating up your person right now in order to get them healed. We have, I'm stuck like Chuck, knee deep in muck, overthinking. That's my 8 of Swords energy. We have, your neediness scares me. Can you dial it back a bit? So if you have been codependent with that I'm a catch, Spirit's saying, you know, you don't need to chase or run after anybody. You are a catch, right? Don't be needy. Your person will see your value or they won't. Either way, the right person will. You got to trust that. There's got to be trust in the process. We have, I never wanted any more children. And this may not be for everyone, but if you have children from a previous marriage, or if you've had a conversation with this person that, you know, the only way you'll be with them is if you build a family together. Children could be a heavy issue, okay? It is in mine. I have a 14-year-old still living at home. And I was 42 when I had him. So it was a big issue when I started dating again. A lot of men my age are beyond raising children. And we have not now, not aligned. All right, so patience. Patience takes time, needs time, in time. Trust the process. Know that your person is recognizing and realizing that they're the problem, not you. And their ego needs to be tamed. They need to look at themselves. They need to look at their trauma, their shadow work. And it looks to me for all the world like Spirit's saying they're actually doing the work. But it needs time, takes time, and they need to focus on themselves right now. All right, I'm going to get you 3 love songs. The love songs can hit you any way, okay? It could be advice from Spirit. It could be your higher self talking to you. It could be a song that reminds you of your person. It could be a song that your person has sent to you. The lyrics can just hit you in a certain way. It may not be a message from your person. It could be from you to them to you, Spirit to either of you. You have to kind of use your intuition when you use song lyrics. All right. We have End of the Road by Boys to Men. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. Come to the end of the road. I think Spirit's telling you that this is like the end of one cycle of this healing in order to put you in the next cycle. Usually what happens here, if you sit in your power, which you may or may not do, because I did, and then I didn't, and then I did, and then I didn't, then the runner usually becomes the chaser. There's the role reversal that happens. It's one of the phases that happens before union. So next we have Nothing Compares to You by Sinead O'Connor. God rest her soul, says, nothing can stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? 'Cause nothing compares to you. And that certainly seems to be the energy. Because otherwise they'd just run away and they would find somebody else, and they wouldn't be going through the dark night of the soul. They'd be living their life in the shadows that they've always lived in, with the ego they've always had. So yes, you're special to this person, and they're beginning to realize it. Next we have Aaliyah, try again. It says, because if at first you don't succeed, you can dust it off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again, and again. All right, guys, don't go anywhere yet. We're going to get you your yes or no question. Just let me clean up real quick and look at the timestamps. We got everything to do. These pick-up piles, when they're big like this, are kind of a mess. All right. All right. We're going to get you your yes or no question. We're going to start off with the yes on the upright. Don't give your power away to a coin, okay? This is meant to confirm your inner knowing. It's not meant to really enlighten you unless it really feels right, okay? You always have to trust your inner feelings, because that's where your compass lies. So ask a yes or no question. We're going to flip the coin and see if Spirit agrees. Okay, I don't know what you asked, but it's no for now or forever. I mean, I don't know what you asked, but the answer for now is no. Okay, we're going to move on now to pile number 3. We are at 1 hour and 2 minutes. 1 hour and 2 minutes. Is that right? How do I write that? Oh, my back. 02. Okay. All right. Moving on now to pile number 3. I got to kind of hurry up. I got to go babysit. If you picked the love potion spell bottle, Leah Lopp, Rich Lopp, if you watch or follow Rich Lopp on YouTube, I officiated their marriage. I'm the one that married them in Vegas, and we're very close, and his wife Leah made that for me. And usually it's on my Christmas tree, but I took it off to put it on the table today. All right, so pile number 3. This is my Sacred Soulmates Oracle deck. It's available to purchase if you're interested. It has all the different phases of Twin Flame Sacred Soulmate Healing and Ascension, and it's $55. And so if you're interested, just email me, let me know, send me the payment, and I'll have it shipped to you. Okay, Sacred Soulmates, where is your person currently? Oh, we have mirroring each other. So this isn't just about your person. This is both of you. So whatever is going on, whatever the cards reveal here, we can't finger point, because if you point your finger at them, it's going to be pointing right back at you. Spirit's saying that, you know, take a look at what is really happening here, because their energy is your energy, and you're kind of matching each other. Yeah, see, 5 of Pentacles, feeling lost, feeling unworthy, taking the cold walk out in the snow, feeling left behind, feeling lonely, not feeling good enough. Oh, and the Tower. Jeez Louise. Pile number 3s. What are you doing? And then the Hanged Man. Okay. All right. Wow. There is a huge deconstruction going on here. So this is going to be a very powerful, life-changing, life-altering time on your journey. Both of you are being shown, because the Hangman is about enlightenment. It's about looking at things differently. It's about enlightenment, seeing something that before you couldn't see because you're looking at it with new eyes, a fresh perspective. I don't know what the Tower is, but the Tower for me is divine intervention. Something is happening currently that was designed and set up. You know, sometimes rejection is God's greatest protection. Or, you know, this could be anything. This could be an unannounced reach out. This really, we got to look at the other cards because this could be anything. But what I'm seeing here is that, you know, there's some self-pity going on. And then there's going to be a big gong moment where Spirit kind of gives you a wake-up call. And then when this happens, when this tower falls, it's going to create the awakening. I mean, this is like the caterpillar hanging in the chrysalis, falling apart in order to become something new, the butterfly. So yeah, this is like Spirit's going, I don't know what they're going to do, but this is divine intervention. It's like, bam, something falls apart to come back together again in a different way, in a better way. So it could be the ego, the fall of the ego. This could be a divorce. This could be an argument, a fight. An unannounced declaration. Both of your lives could be falling apart right now. That happened in mine. I went through my divorce first. 4 or 5 years later, he went through his. But, you know, it's the deconstruction of an old way of being in order to give birth to the new being that you are becoming through this dynamic of mirroring each other. So something's going on in both of your lives. We have natural evolution. Let the situation unfold naturally. And that's because Spirit's saying, we've got this. Okay? We've got this. If you're ghosted, if there's something, I mean, because this could be anything. This is feeling like you're left out in the cold. But you're mirroring each other, so my guess is you're both feeling that way. One can ghost the other because they don't feel worthy of them. But Spirit's saying, you know, this is going to come down. Whatever this represents for both of you, it's going to come down. It's going to happen naturally. It's like a natural disaster that brings about a spiritual awakening. We have hunger. Yeah, that's that neediness, that desire, that I got to have it. I can't live without it. I mean, do you remember? Well, I've been on this journey a while. I don't know. Maybe you guys are new to it. But you go through this phase of being consumed by emotions. All emotions. Like, you know, it's like a roller coaster ride. You're up and then you're down and then you're sideways and then you're round and round. And you just long for soul longing. It's like, oh my God, you feel like you're dying without them. Something, by the way, I've never felt for any other person in the world. And it's that hunger and that need to fix it, to find it, to hold it, to own it, to be it. It really is a very strong feeling in the twin flame connection. And that could be that tower, right? We have soul connection. This is a connection between souls that recognize each other from a past life. Pile 2 had that. And I do think sometimes people follow into other piles, but it doesn't matter because this energy feels different than pile 2. Yeah. Anyhow, so, you know, this definitely is a soul connection. Maybe you came here unaware. Maybe you thought, you know, you might be thinking, is it my twin? Is it a sacred soulmate? Is it a spiritual connection? Well, with the Hangman, that's a major arcana, and so isn't the Tower. So this is definitely a spiritual connection. And it's a past life connection. And this is natural. Like, this is going to happen naturally. Ooh, stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Shocking attack. Wow. So I don't know what this means. This doesn't have to be your person. This could be, on my journey, his wife knew about me because we were childhood sweethearts. And it's a long story, but she was not, let's just say she was not very happy to know that he and I were still connected. We didn't cheat, we didn't do anything wrong, but there was still that connection. So this could be your person stabbed you in the back and ghosted you. Maybe that's what happened in the separation. This could be a karmic connection. For those of you that are wondering if this is a twin flame, I'm just saying for someone, please, you have to use your own discernment. But this could be a karmic connection. In a true twin flame journey, your twin loves you so deeply they could never harm you physically, because by hurting you, they hurt themselves. This could be somebody that you attracted through this mirroring. Your energy matches theirs. But you'll know, regardless, they're all spiritual connections. Karmic connections teach us lessons. But if you've been dealing with somebody who really treats you in a way that you know you need to heal from and move away from and withdraw from and grow from, do that. Because if it's a true twin flame connection, it's like that poem, if you love something, set it free. If it returns, it's yours. If it don't, it never was. What is meant for you will always find you. And in a soul contract or connection that is just karmic in nature, when you stand in your power and love yourself instead of feeling unworthy, and you withdraw your energy when they hurt you, then sometimes you heal that past life trauma and it balances the scales, and then you're able to move on to a much healthier relationship, because now you're healthier. You did the trauma work. They mirrored to you your trauma and you clean it up. You're going to have to lean into this one. We have telepathic. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. So I definitely think there's at least one of you here that is in a karmic soul connection, that is not a twin flame connection. But for those of you that experience dreaming of your person, where you connect in the ethers and you communicate with one another. My twin we were in separation for 20 years and I had no idea what a twin flame was, never even heard of it. And I would have dreams that he would come to me in my dreams, his soul, and sit together, and he would tell me all about his life, what he was going through, what he was learning, and he would always leave my dream by saying, I will return. I will return. And I never understood it because I didn't know what a soul connection was. I didn't know what a twin flame connection was. I was married to someone else, raising children, and I would always wake up feeling extremely confused, thinking, I haven't seen this guy in 20 years. Why am I dreaming about him? And why is he telling me that he's coming back? And why did I long for him, hunger for him, in ways that were unexplainable? And he did stab me in the back. He did. He left a marriage to run away with me, and then he ran away from me to return to his marriage. After about 5 months of seeing a lawyer to get his divorce. And so, you know, these things get messy. They get really messy. And it is the mirroring effect, right? It's like the tower has to come down, and the tower represents a false belief system that we've built up and learned over lifetimes of abuse and neglect and abandonment and, you know, feeling victimized. And so, yeah, if you have this telepathic connection and the hunger and you're growing spiritually, let this evolve naturally, because if your person stabbed you in the back, it's part of the process that's very painful, but it brings you back around eventually. And mine did. It took 20 some years. But later I became aware and awakened to the twin flame journey. And then, like a roller coaster ride, I couldn't get off of it. And, you know, everybody's like, I don't believe in twin flames. I'm like, well, guess what? I don't either. And that here I am. And I can't stop. And I want to stop. And I can't stop. And the tower had to fall. So we have nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. I'm telling you. Divinely timed. Most of you are twin flame sacred soulmates. I just feel maybe one of you came here and all of the cards don't really fit except for the stabbed in the back and the tower and feeling needy, codependent. If you, I mean, you'll know because you can't break a twin flame contract. You just can't. I've tried cord cutting. I've tried walking away. We've even come together amicably for closure and hugged each other and said, I love you, but I can't be with you. You're not my person. And called it a day. And yet, the dreams still happen. The telepathic connection still happens. The roller coaster ride continues. I'm going to get you your advice now. We have only time will tell. Look, this connection is divinely timed. And this is only time will tell. This is Spirit's way of saying, needs time, takes time, in time. This is a process of deconstructing some very deeply rooted trauma, triggers, and experiences that need to be looked at with new, fresh eyes. And this is going to happen whether you like it or not. Natural evolution. It can't be forced. You can't make it happen. It's a matter, you can't make it not happen, more importantly. I tried to make it not happen, but you can't because it takes on a life of its own. And your other advice is honesty. Yeah. This heralds a wonderful time of rooting yourself in complete and total honesty. It might seem scary to tell the truth all the time with everyone about everything, but when you practice radical honesty, you can stop hiding and start relaxing. The best part is honesty from you inspires honesty from others. What results is a rootin' tootin' trust parade, and everyone's invited, except the bagpipe players, but you know they'll show up anyway. Bonus card. And, you know, you'll get there. It doesn't look like you're ready for that, but Spirit's saying that's what you need. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to be honest with your person. You need to have radical acceptance and allowing. You have to see your own trauma and be willing to work with it because they mirror that to you. If you have a fear of being abandoned, they will abandon you. It's their job. They're your mirror. If you have a fear of infidelity, they'll cheat on you. If you have a fear of being lied to or stabbed in the back, they'll do it. Until you become aware that it's you, you're the one creating it through your energetic field. If you're expecting it, you'll create it. But your person will mirror it back to you until you begin your healing process to work with the energy. Once you start taking the journey the way you're supposed to take it and seeing things with fresh eyes and realizing, honestly, your part in it, that's when the miracles start to happen. And that's when the mirror, now you become their mirror. And the healing, you know, once you do your healing, they see it and they start longing for you, and then the shoe goes on the other foot. So let's get you some messages from your person. I made this deck. It's called Let Me Just Say This. There's lots of messages here. I only want you to take the ones that resonate with you. and leave the others for other people, because that's what we need to do. You never, oh my gosh, what a mess. All right, I'm taking these and no more. And I'm only taking the top one of this. All right. All right, we have ghosted. That's that 5 of Pentacles right off the bat. Ghosted. Boom, gone. I'm thinking of what to say. So while you're in separation, your person is trying to think of what they want to say. We have this is, I'm so very tempted. That's that hunger. I can't sleep, can't stop thinking about you. I'm sorry I chose another. Wow, that's that stabbed in the back perhaps. We have I have responsibilities. And did you ever think it would be like this? Bottom of the deck was, your neediness scares me. Can you dial it down a bit? That's that hunger. So if you're in the chaser phase, where you text them a lot, or you know, become needy or expectant, or, you know, your energy is just pursuing this person in a very hungering way, it's scaring them and they're going to run. That's the whole thing. Let's get you some love songs. I'm going to get 3. And remember, the love songs can hit you any way. It could be a message from your higher self, a message from spirit, message from your person, message from you to your person. It could be a song that you dance to, grew up to. It can really hit you in any number of ways. So we have I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. It says, the sweetest dream will never do. I'd still miss you, babe, and I don't want to miss a thing. Dreaming, telepathic connection. We have Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler. And I need you now, tonight, and I need you more than ever. And if you'd only hold me tight, we'll be holding on forever. Once upon a time, I was falling in love, but now I'm only falling apart. That's that tower. The tower is deconstructing the old yous in order to give birth to the new ones. Once upon a time, I was falling in love, but now I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can do. Trust the process. It's a total eclipse of the heart. And we just had eclipse season. So next we have Dawn McLean, And I Love You So. It says the shadow, I don't know if you can see that because the camera's overhead and I can't see. It says the shadows follow me and the night won't set me free. People ask me how I've lived till now. I tell them I don't know, and I love you so. Dawn McLean. All right, guys, that's your reading. Don't go anywhere yet. We're going to do your yes or no question as soon as I get the cards up off the table. And I want to thank you guys so much for being here. If you like my readings, they vary. I do different types of readings. But if you'd like to book your own personal reading, please reach out. And if you're not ready for that, you can still support my channel by subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. All right, I'd like you to think yes or no, and remember to never give your power away to anything external. This is meant to validate your intuition, your inner knowing. All right, if it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. It should, if the answer is what you were expecting and it feels right, then it is. All right, on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, all 3 piles got a no today. All 3 piles. So you are not alone. There's a Michael Jackson song for you. You are not alone. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you on the next upload. Namaste.